So what makes Brad Pitt look so attractive? And what can you learn from him so that you can look better too? In this video, we're going to cover his natural assets, his style and grooming choices, as well as his imperfections to see how he maintains a great look at all times. Movie star Brad Pitt has won countless awards for being the most attractive man in the world over the years. Obviously, there's got to be a reason for that sort of thing, so let's dive in. Brad Pitt undoubtedly has some God-given natural assets. The one that is most notable is absolutely his jawline. This thing is like a sledgehammer, and I doubt you'd struggle to break rocks with it. Now, the prominence of his jawline definitely varies depending on his weight, but when he's at optimal weight, this looks crazy good. It's arguably the best jawline in Hollywood. Stronger jawlines are generally seen as more attractive, and despite the jawline being very strong, it's not really out of proportion. It's not like he's got a super long chin or anything wrong with his bite, it's just nice. Another key reason why I think he's considered so attractive is because of his hairline. By the time this video goes live, he's going to have just turned 55 years old. And at that sort of age, loads of guys are experiencing hair loss. But seemingly, that doesn't affect Brad Pitt. Without having to resort to hair transplants or anything like that, he seems to have maintained a fantastic hairline. With barely any recession, still seems to have loads of density, which means that he basically looks good with almost any hairstyle. He also has quite slim, angular eyes. Not too dissimilar from David Beckham, who I started this series with. This shape and style of eyes is definitely seen as an attractive trait. On that front then, as a whole, he's pretty lucky. But I find this guy to be also an interesting topic when it comes to his style and grooming. Now, there aren't many men who have tried and failed more than Brad Pitt. And unfortunately, given that he's been a celebrity for so long now, it's all been in the public eye. The way that this guy has gone through disastrous outfit after disastrous outfit, it makes David Beckham look like a beginner. Now, the one advantage that he's got is that when he was wearing terrible stuff, because he's so naturally good looking, he kind of still looked okay, but he's definitely remained quite on trend with stuff. In researching for this video, I've actually found it quite difficult to pin down what sort of style he goes for, because it's constantly changing all the time. The style in the search results is all over the place, there's no real consistency. It's like he looks in his wardrobe, throws a dart in, and whatever it lands on, he puts on. There are a couple of things that I have noticed. One is that generally, when he's in better physical condition, obviously depending on what role he's going for, he tends to wear slightly tighter fitting clothing. And then in the opposite end of the spectrum, when he's gaining a bit more weight, he tends to wear looser stuff. With trousers in particular, the most prevalent thing that I found was medium wash slim jeans. I've seen them time and time again, often paired with different types of light boots. But I'd argue that Brad Pitt is more known for his hair rather than his fashion sense, and he's definitely a trendsetter. I remember a few years ago, my barber always used to say people were piling in to get the haircut that he had from the movie Fury. As I mentioned before, he can pull off loads of hairstyles. But as well as that, he looks great with loads of different hair products. Some men we've mentioned in this series already look better with matte products because they've got slightly thinner hair, and the greasier products mean that you can see through to their scalp. Whereas Brad Pitt, I'd argue he still looks great with pomade in, and he doesn't suffer from the same drawbacks that other guys have had with this product. And this can make him stand out a little bit, but he's really tried all sorts over the years. My personal favourites are those where he's got the shorter hair for certain, or at least medium length, as that increased structure in the hair combined with the amazing jawline that he's got just creates such an imposing structured face, it's crazy. When it comes to imperfections, in all truth, I kind of struggled a bit with this guy. I guess he's got some imperfections when it comes to the fact that he is getting older. But if there is one thing, it's got to be his facial hair. Now, like me, arguably not as bad as me, his is pretty thin. When he tries to grow his beard out, it just ends up looking all scraggly, and it makes him look like a homeless person. So, over the years, he's tried a few different tactics to cope with this. Through the mid-2000s in particular, he was seen fully clean-shaven. And he's also been known to experiment with different types of goatee beards. Now, personally, I think that he looks younger and better clean-shaven. When you've got a great jawline like this, you want to show it off, right? Either way, hopefully you enjoyed this video. The question is, who do you want to see next in this series? Maybe pick someone that's not, quite as naturally attractive as this guy, so that we've got a bit more material to work with. If you enjoyed the video, please press the like button and show your support by subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one, boys.